sneakerheads and basketball enthusiasts alike. This is The Only Lane, and welcome back. I'm here to talk about these, obviously. That wasn't obvious before. This is finally the performance review for a sneaker that came out. What's the release date for this? In April. It's been almost a year. God damn, April. Hey man, when these came out, it was quarantine. What can I tell you? So I just got to them when I can get to them. These were actually finished, I think, maybe it's January, maybe like late November, maybe early November. I think these were finished like early November, and I just never put the performance review out, honestly. I got busy, and then I started doing other sneakers, and I just put those performance reviews ahead of these. But it is what it is. Do me a favor before I get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It is freezing down here, but here they are. I will start. I'm pretty sure in the first video I talked about the colorways and all that stuff, so I'm not getting into that at all. I will start with the performance. Let's start with the traction. Traction on these, I've heard people say they were like outstanding, one of the best tractions they've ever had in a sneaker, and I don't agree. I don't think they're terrible. They are average to me. Maybe I'll say above average, but they're not something excellent to me. There is probably minimal wiping. I did play in them outside once or twice, so they're okay out. I think they're pretty good outside. But for a court, you do have to do wiping. You're gonna end up doing wiping on the court. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. In regards to what it looks like, it does look like it picks up a decent amount of dust and stuff like that, and I can give you guys close up to that, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. My big thing was comparing this to the 12s, and I'll get into that all the way at the end, but anyways, moving on. For cushioning, what you have here is the same Strobel that you had in here. What was it called? I think it was Air Strobel or Zoom Air Strobel in here for cushioning, and then what they did was they added an extra like air puck right in here, right in the front of the forefoot. So you would have technically double stack Zoom, right? You have the Air Strobel there, and then you have another puck of air there. For me, I felt like the 12 did a better job when it came to that, and I don't know why that is. I felt like it was a little bit more bouncy. It just felt a lot better to me, and for me, this, it does the job. Like, what does cushioning do? It cushions you? I don't know. I felt like it did the job. It was average cushioning for me. It didn't feel anything special. And that 12 was just different. It was just something different for me, man. Moving on to the top, or the materials here. For the materials, you have something that was supposed to be like it's supposed to be like what they had on the 12, which was quad axial flywire, right? And you were able to identify that because it had like little squares in it, and the squares had like colors, and that would identify it. And I'll give you a picture of what that looked like also. And this does have those squares to make it seem like it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing as the 12. It's not, and I don't know why, but it's not. And it feels actually cheaper than the Flywire did, which to me is really bizarre. And once again, I will get into that afterwards. I'm not quite sure why that was. Why it was that they changed the materials. We've talked about it before. You do want to do stuff differently when you are putting out a new sneaker, but changing stuff that works, I don't know. I don't get it personally for me. You do have this tongue. This is a really cheap tongue to me. It feels like some type of foam. Like what is that foam? Like packing peanuts. Those packing peanuts. It feels like packing peanuts. Like I feel like I can take this and literally just tear this piece off of the tongue. It doesn't provide any support. It doesn't have any foam in it. Foam like cushion. It's really just there. It's just there. Like I said, I feel like I can tear it off. I'm a little gentle with it, but it's all right. For the laces, you have this like cotton type of material. They are super long, super long. I don't know if it's just on this colorway, but the laces are like absurdly long. I don't usually double knot my sneakers, but I 100% have to double knot them anytime I play in these because they're long. You can see how long they are from here, and look how much extra I have in here. So when I'm actually tightening them and I tighten my sneakers, that's one thing that I do. I tighten my sneakers really hard when I play basketball. There's just a lot left over. I don't know why there's a lot left over. But that's what it is. You do have what sort of feels like a heel counter back here. It's pretty stiff right here in the middle wise anyways. You do feel the protection. I don't feel like I slide over, like I'm sliding over the shoe very much. So in regards to protection and, I never remember that word. Hey man, I'm always gonna get this word wrong, so I'll just say something else. Stability, just anything to feel like compact and secure in there. It does give you that feeling, so that I will say it does very well. That's basically what's in here. I know some of the other colorways had a little bit like slight changes, but not anything major. Here's my thing. You compare these to the KD12s. These obviously came out in 2020, the beginning of 2020, and COVID, that's why I couldn't play with them, and it's 2021 that I'm putting this out, that's fine. The KDs came out in 2019. The KD12s, to me, for 2019, were easily the best sneaker. Easily. The only thing that even compared was the LeBron, what was it at the time? I don't remember what number it was. I have the 2K LeBrons there, and it was that one. And the only reason they even compare is because LeBrons are just packed full of cushioning. There's so much cushioning in them, it's insane. But in regards to the KD12, there wasn't a sneaker that compared. Traction, upper, cushioning, stability, court feel, all of it. To me, it blew every one of those sneakers away, without a question. And then they brought out these, and there's a $10 increase, so it went from $150 to $160, and I kind of get it because you did add another puck of Zoom in there, or air, but I just really, I don't get it, because for me, what I felt was the KD12s were far and away the best sneaker, far and away. Like it's not even close when it comes to that, and it was mainly for me based off that cushioning. So why change from something that honestly, and I've played in a decent amount of sneakers. I know there's plenty of people out there who've played in way more sneakers than I have, but you can look around. You can see I've played in a ton of sneakers. Those are in my top 10, if not top 5 favorite sneakers to play basketball in ever. And I know that's a big statement, and I never put out top basketball sneakers of 2019. I didn't put out one for 2020 for obvious reasons for 2020. 2019, I just didn't test enough, I felt like. It's easy. Like, for me, it's so easy to compare that. And you can compare that with sneakers like this, which is the Jordan 28, the Jordan, I think it was it 29, 30? It was one of the sneakers right after that I thought was really great. That's in my top 5 as well. I'm quite honestly disappointed. I'm disappointed compared to the KD12. I thought we would definitely 100% get that the Zoom Strobel right back. I thought we would get the quad axle fly wire back, and you just switch other things up. But it didn't. And that's my disappointment. Now, if I were to rate these sneakers out of 10, like just based on the sneaker, I give it a 7. And that's not a bad score. So it's not a bad pair of sneakers. It's just for what you came from to what you went to doesn't make any sense to me. To me, it's like going from like a Lexus or a Mercedes, and you're like, here's this Honda. And I like Hondas because I own the Honda. I own 2 Hondas. But like, we're talking about Mercedes and Lexus here. We're talking about a Bugatti. Here's your Honda. So, that's it. That's really all I have to say. I know I absolutely destroyed these sneakers. Like I said, they're not bad sneakers. They're just not the KD12. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I know I absolutely murdered these. But that's just my opinion on them. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, how did you guys like these? If you even got to play with them. I know quarantine was going on at the time. But this is the only land, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.